Kristie, they've had this alert system. It was a 4-stage alert system. It's now gone, from 4 to 3 to 2. And I guess, how have they actually, what does that actually mean in terms of what people will be allowed to do? What will their freedoms be? What are their responsibilities?
Yeah, and that is exactly what we found out earlier today. It is remarkable what has happened in the last few weeks. In under 5 weeks, New Zealand has moved from a full-on lockdown to a cautious reopening under a level 3 alert system. And today we heard from the Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, about the roadmap ahead. Now, New Zealand is getting ready to move from a level 3 alert to a level 2 alert. That could happen as early next week. A firm time frame we don't know just yet, but we do know what that degraded alert would look like. Now, according to a level 2 alert, what we heard from the Prime Minister earlier today, it would mean this: schools and childcare centers will reopen. Gyms, playgrounds, and public pools will reopen. We also know that public venues, for example, like stores or cafes or restaurants, they will also reopen under this alert system as long as strict physical distancing measures are respected. We also learned that social gatherings of up to 100 people will be allowed as long as, this is interesting, contact tracing abilities are guaranteed. Now, we heard from the Prime Minister. She laid out these measures in a press conference earlier today. Let's hear more about the tone she set.
It is very unlikely that we have hunted down every single case of COVID-19. If stray cases start new chains of transmission, we might not find them for a month. So we all have to stay on guard. Level 2 has been designed to get as many people back to work as possible and the economy back up and running, but in the safest way possible.
Now, domestic travel will be allowed in New Zealand. That is after it moves to a level 2 alert system, but with strict social distancing. But that ban on overseas international travelers, that will still remain in place. We know that the tourism industry is a critical component of the economy in New Zealand. Its economy will continue to get hit as a result. The cabinet in New Zealand will meet on Monday, and that's when we'll find out the timeline, exactly when this new alert system will be put into place. John.
New Zealand, it's a wonderful country. It's a small island nation, 120 million sheep. How do they do this? I mean, I know that they're isolated and at the bottom of the world, but they put into place some very strict measures very early on. Is that essentially it?
You nailed it. I mean, you're right. It's a small nation, 120 million sheep, 5 million people, but also only reporting 1,500 COVID-19 cases and less than 24 deaths. And, that's a remarkable achievement. And they were able to do that first by acting quickly and swiftly. Secondly, by testing widely, which is a very critical component as countries all over the world battle this pandemic. But also the government was a government that respected and relied on the advice of epidemiologists, of scientists, and disease experts. And that is part of the success. But it's also important to note that they are going it very slowly and very safely with these gradual alert systems being gradually downgraded. They are saying, as we heard from Jacinda Ardern last week, they're not out of the woods yet. They're going it very slowly, very safely.
Yeah, and along the way, Jacinda Ardern, this very young Prime Minister, untested up until her first term in office, has won a lot of praise for her leadership in this. So, Kristie, thank you. We appreciate the update. Kristie Lu Stout there for us live in Hong Kong.